Now in Bengaluru, yet another case of crumbling civic infrastructure has sparked outrage, this time over a footpath near Whitefield main road. A resident's viral post on social media has thrown the spotlight on footpath that went from brand new to broken in just weeks. The four-image post shows a clear timeline of decay from a smooth surface in April to a dug-up mess in June and finally to a dangerously misaligned patch by July 6th. Despite rushed repair job, the footpath remains hazardous, reigniting criticism of BBMP and local authorities for poor planning, wasteful spending and complete lack of coordination. Now for more on this, I'm joined in by my colleague Vajula. Bengaluru infrastructure again collapsing in many places, and we see the visuals of how this footpath and that particular stretch where potholes have been present. It just shows that the tarring has not been done properly. The footpath has just disappeared from that location. I mean, what is happening? Where is the money going? Why is there no quality work happening at all?
Well, Verghese, what we are seeing on our screen, the footpath that we are talking about in Whitefield near Fab India is nothing but a work of Jugaad. From what you understand is that it was proper in March, it was made in March, in July they dug up for some work and by for June they dug up for some work, and by July that fixed it by doing some Jugaad over there, whatever tiles that was left over there, and they fixed it. And this is how the infrastructure is of Bengaluru. Now, if I can just show you around from where I am, this is not about potholes, but this is about how dilapidated the situation is. This is one of the most poshest areas in Bengaluru where we are, and if you can see the footpath in the middle of the road, the divider that has been here at Richmond town, see the condition of it. The people have used it as a garbage bin, and people are dumping garbage on the divider here itself. So this is how the civic sense is of the city, and the authorities also on the other hand have not been able to clear this mess around. And what we see with regards to Whitefield, it's not just one situation over there, but every second road in Bengaluru or every second footpath in Bengaluru has this kind of, this is the condition of that road or footpath in Bengaluru, and that is why you get to see a lot of road rages cases, because the people who are riding these bikes are frustrated with the roads over here. Every 100 meters you have a pothole, or you have a hump, or you have a bad a road somewhere or the other, and on top of that you have traffic, you have long signals, you have bad potholes, bikers are riding over it. So everyone over here is actually working on Jugaad, and Jugaad is the actual word, because that particular image of Whitefield is nothing but a shoddy work done by the authorities to cover up, just to make it in their report that yes, they filled up a pothole. And that is how work is being done throughout the city, because we've been reporting about potholes for the last 1.5 years. We've got exact numbers of how many potholes were there. One time we were told there were 14,000 potholes. Then the Deputy Chief Minister came out and said that we cleared up 70% of the potholes. But still, if you take out your vehicle and go on the streets of Bengaluru, within the next 200 meters you will find a pothole. 200 meters to 300 meters you are guaranteed to find a pothole or a bad road or a bad footpath. So this is how the situation has been, and Bengalurians are absolutely frustrated with it.
Also, Vajula, now footpath is something that most of the Bengalurians have been complaining for ages together. It is one of the worst kept public infrastructure in the city. Of course, the roads are narrow and the kind of work they do on the roads are already shoddy. But many of them said even footpaths, people can't even walk on something called as a footpath. Many have gone to courts regarding footpaths and how badly it is maintained. So it looks like this also showcases some of that apathy that BBMP still has, saying that no matter for how many years people keep fighting, the footpaths of Bengaluru are not going to improve.
Absolutely, Verghese. Now look at this gentleman over here. The reason why he's walking on the road is because your footpath are either small, or your footpath is in a dilapidated condition, or that road does not even have a footpath. Because Bengaluru is a narrow lane city, the roads here are narrow, it's not large, because Nobody envisioned Bengaluru to have such a big boom when it was developing. It was always known as a pensioners' paradise. But after the IT boom, we have not been able to capitalize over this. We have not been able to develop our infrastructure in such a way that it could cater to the number of people that pour into the city every now and then. Now, the condition of roads and potholes is such that you have people walking on the road and riders riding on the footpath because they don't have place on the road to ride. So they try to squeeze in somewhere through the footpath, and that is how the situation has been. People are seen walking on the footpath because your footpaths are either in a dilapidated condition, and the one that you're seeing on our screen, the Whitefield visuals, this is not just one street, but if we go across and do a reality check on a daily basis, the BBMP will be embarrassed, the government will be embarrassed, because there is not one single road that is not dug up. And that is something that the BBMP has been assuring time and again. The Deputy Chief Minister has also said that with the new Greater Bengaluru Authority Bill being into place, things will change in Bengaluru. The Bengaluru will have a brand image that it badly needs. But how will that brand image actually come into being when you don't have that kind of roads, you don't have that kind of space to build those footpaths, you don't have that kind of facilities to make sure that these dreams that you have of making it into a world-class city, that infrastructure should also be present in the city for it to happen. Because if the visuals that I just showed you about the footpath, just unchecked, unleft footpath like this have become a dumping area. Let me just take you a little over there. There is sunlight over there. There, I'll garbage torso. I'll just take you somewhere here and I'll show you. This is the divider junction of Shanti Nagar, and you can see people have made it into a garbage bin over here. Now, this is how the civic sense of the people are also here. Now, do you really think this needs to be a garbage bin over here, Varghese? Now, you and I know this, but people have used this, and this has been lying like this. You don't have any authority coming here and stopping people from doing it. You don't have anybody picking it up, and this is how footpaths have become a place of dumping garbage, and most of the places you see, you have either shops set up on the footpath, you have garbage being thrown, or you don't even have a footpath in such situations. So what we are trying to show is that Bengaluru somewhere or the other lacks the infrastructure that it really needs, lacks the political will that is required to build that kind of infrastructure, and lacks the attention that it really needs to give to its civic problems, because that is one thing that frustrates the people on a larger level in Bengaluru. This is one of the biggest issues: the road, footpath, the garbage issue, the overpopulation that is there, and the traffic nuisance.